Community and motherhood is so important. I know that I've been through different stages of my motherhood journey, and there have been times where I've had great community, times where I felt like kind of lost in the sauce, and other times where I felt like I had to just take initiative and create a community because it wouldn't be available to me otherwise. One thing I would say is just to encourage you that one, you are not alone. Whatever you're going through, in some way, shape, or form, someone else has had a similar experience. And even if they haven't had the exact same experience as you have, there are people, other moms out there who would love to be there to support you, to encourage you. And there's also this gift in being vulnerable and saying, hey, I need help, or hey, I don't have it all together, and letting someone else say, hey, in this other situation, I didn't have it all together, but we'll try and figure out together. And if it doesn't work out, guess what? At the end of the day, we're here and we're going to create a community that's supportive. I'm so grateful early on when I had my first daughter. I had a friend, we grew up together, we were friends in like high school, and her children, like my daughter is the age of her youngest child. So I was able to come to her with like different questions about like postpartum and breastfeeding and potty training and just like dealing with kids having fevers. And it was so helpful. Like I'm so grateful that I had her in my life. It's like we're still friends today, and I'm very grateful for that. And I know at times with moms, it's hard when you don't have somebody else that you can kind of bounce ideas off of, ask them like, hey, is this normal? Or you go to your medical provider and they're like, oh, it's fine. And you're like, are you sure it's fine? Or your mother's like intuition is like, something's off. It's definitely important to create community, but to have community, we have to be willing to put ourselves out there and say, hey, I'd like to get to know you. Maybe you want to hang out, and put ourselves out there and just be willing to take the first step, because I know sometimes moms, we fear judgment, so we don't want to say like, hey, I'm struggling in one area because you're afraid the other mom might judge you and think you're a bad mom. But at the end of the day, anybody who's going to straight up think you're a bad mom probably is really hard on themselves and is living a delusion, because we all have things that we can improve on. We all have areas in which we need help. We all have areas in which we could be better. And if we're not willing to talk to each other about those things, then how are we going to receive the help that we need? Now, yes, use your discernment. Now, I'm not saying the first mom you meet, you spill your guts to her and everything. That might be a little off-putting for certain people. But just kind of see who you click with, and try to find people who are in the same season of life as you. Maybe they have kids like a little bit older than yours, so they know a bit more than you. But you can try and just ask something simple like, oh, how did potty training go for you? And then, you never know how that conversation can go. Or like, how is postpartum for you? And from there, you can create a connection with someone. And once we share things with other people about ourselves, we subconsciously feel closer to them. So yes, motherhood, community and motherhood is very important. But a lot of times we're not going to have that community if we don't take initiative to create it. Hey, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bell so you can get all the notifications. Be blessed. Bye.